Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I just had like the biggest yawn before I started the stream, but we're here. Once again, hope all of you are doing well. And if not, well, we get to spend an hour doing something that we love. But first, let's warm up a little bit. I feel like then my segue into talking here is always or like something. I don't know. I had to break it up for once. Um, no, it's but yeah. So I always say that. I'm really fighting, trying not to say it right now. Oh my god, I almost said it. Today was pretty good. In terms of my day, I had caffeine before stream, which was a bad. Hey, welcome, Abigail. Welcome. I don't think I've recognized your name in chat before, so welcome to the stream. What brings you here? And yeah, hey, what's up, Cat? Welcome to you as well. Hope your day's going good. I had caffeine, so I'm like my hands are shaking a little bit. I had way too much caffeine. You had a great day. That sounds awesome, especially for a Monday. Oof! Wow, that was off. I was worried about making it to like 180 degrees. So yeah, I was just looking at new keyboards because we have this one, which I got for $5. Shout out. I'm looking for like one that's slightly larger because I want a mode to turn on and off studio mode. Studio mode is where I can see like both scenes, so I can see what you're seeing now and like if I want to transfer to a different screen. It'd be crazy helpful. I may just get like a whole like crappy keyboard for $5 and program that. Just to make my life a little bit easier. Cleaned my mouse and keyboard today, took it all apart. Chilling, was yapping to Seth for 99 plus messages. Oh my goodness. Was this in the in Delano's Discord? We'll keep this somewhat parallel. Or closer to parallel. I gotcha. Well, I hope you guys had a good conversation. My only interaction so far today was the fact that Saf and I drew the same statue on accident. Not even on accident, but it just happened to be that way. I'm gonna go backwards. I don't usually like doing that, but I'm feeling risky and rambunctious today, given all the sugar and caffeine. You skipped the ads? Yes, you did. The 3 mundane minutes of ads. Mundane? I don't know. I just wanted alliteration right there. That was a decent line. It's my good pin. Maybe it is. No, it is not. Good. Okay. It's a warm-up pin. Maybe in a couple months, I'll need a new set of drawbox pins marking, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, my 5th set of pins. And to be fair, you don't need that many to complete drawbox. Actually, I'm not sure, but I also use them for 50% and stuff, so I'm not a good gauge of just the homework amount. Then again, though, drawbox pins are probably some of the cheapest you're going to get. Other than, like, the bin. Like, if your art store has, like, a bin of fine liners, and, you know, you get within that 0.3 to 0.6 range. Or is it no, it's 0.4 to 0.6, yeah. And good on you. Wait, clip Kavel's best moments? What are Kavel's best moments? Oh, is it offering you to clip things? Clipping is turned off for Twitch because of copyright stuff. However, you can, I think, clip on YouTube. There's like a version of it there. The Battlefield 6 beta is over. I'm very sad. It was pretty fun. I did have some moments where I was just baby raging because no one revives. There's no incentive for medics to revive. And it just makes me so upset. Clip Kavel draws best moments to be number 1. Yeah, it's probably an option to clip, but I bet if you try doing it, it won't let you. But we'll see. I feel really shaky today, but my line work is okay, so we'll see what that means for our cylinders. Yeah, I was a bit of a salty Samuel yesterday while playing BF6 until my friend and I got the Gibraltar map, which is probably my favorite because it's close quarters and I think a really good layout. Especially, I love messing around in C, just like running to C die, as assault with the shotgun because the shotgun is just way too overpowered. But also, there's like an alleyway on the map, and my friend and I just kept reviving each other there. I wasn't even a medic. But we just kept reviving and like playing on A, and it was so funny because we revived each other probably about 5 times before we actually died, and like racked up at least 20 kills each. It was so fun, and we were just laughing the entire time. I did not. You're gonna have to remind me. You're gonna have to remind me because at this point I'm doomed. I tried setting the reminder on my phone yesterday, and Siri didn't want to cooperate. She deleted it right as I said it, which was weird. Because like if I'm gonna be like listening to stuff while working on the lesson videos, it's like today I was listening to what was it? Oh, Japan Analysis. Japan Analysis, I think that's their name. They released a new video today, so I had that on in the background. Very good. Everybody, please go subscribe and watch Japan Analysis. Very awesome YouTuber. I really love their content. Your mic is a bit low and the music is a bit loud. That is interesting because my mic is showing that I'm even peaking right there. Here, I'll try to move because the music's coming in at 30 decibels and my mic's coming in at 10 or sorry, negative 10 compared to negative 30. So I'll make sure it's a bit moved closer to my mic, or my mouth, but it should be good. We'll get some other opinions on that as people write in. I'll watch the levels though. Because it's the same as usual. Draw anything fun as of recent, Cat? Look at Discord that art. Like, you want me to look at the channel? Did you post something? No, you were looking at it. Well, that doesn't count. Unless you're, like, taking notes. I feel like the greatest artists among them tout draw every day. Is tout the right word? I try to use decent vocabulary, but I suck at it. I don't need to hide the fact that I'm not the smartest, but at least try having fancy vocab. No Barrow Monkey. They may stop by, but regardless of who's here or not, we will do our best to do something that we love for an hour a day. This isn't necessarily a social house. Yes, it is. Nope. And if you think it is, then you're using it wrong. We're here to do stuff that we love for an hour a day, improve and stay accountable and all that good stuff. But it is nice that we've made friends. I have this new paper that I bought, and it's just, I guess like it hasn't gained moisture yet, so it's been very dry. Why did my mod actions queue just move? Weird. I feel like there's like a weird spot on the page though where the paper's messed up. We saw that yesterday with some of the cylinders, but I'm not sure if that was the same paper. I think it was just because like I smeared something. Should have ghosted a whole lot more right there. Jeez. My, it's like accurate but not precise, I guess. Pretty wobbly today. Smearing ink left and right. That's kind of how it is though. Can't escape it. But hey, it's just the warm up. Looking at it, that was definitely a very bending line. Cool, cool. Alrighty, so pretty average warm up, nothing too special. Just weird lines. Yeah, so you guys know the drill. We're gonna do 2 minutes of ads over on the Twitch side. We're gonna be in BRB for a second, and then once we come back, we'll do our 227th cylinder, I think. Hopefully, I would like to get two cylinders done today, but we'll see if that actually happens. Anyways, cool. So be right back, everybody. No fear, bear here. Huge. And to celebrate, we give Bear some ads. Ads, 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 ads. My voice is calm. Thank you very much. I think it's the microphone. I bass boosted it a tiny bit just to give it like a bit of the radio voice. I have a tendency to peak it though. I suck at audio. I've never learned audio correctly, so. Oh, I should probably get my paper out. I want like a giant infinite suitcase where I can put all my art supplies in it and not have to worry about anything. Or like a trunk. I feel like an ever expanding art trunk would be cool, and then like a separate trunk for all my like sketchbooks and papers and stuff. I feel like that would be the best possible outcome. Cool, cool. Ads are over. I'm 13, and you know it's hard being a teen, you know? I was 13 once as well, and yeah, it's tough. But the best part is you grow up, you know? You get older. You learn how life works, you make your mistakes, all that good stuff. I'm talking like I'm an aged adult. I'm not that old, but yeah. No fear, bears here. You see the drawing? The box he drawn made me in fear. You know what? Bars. Bars. And yeah, welcome. Okay, Dr. Seuss. Cool, cool. Let's get to it. So yeah, we're gonna do our 227th cylinder. Gonna pick a spot on the page. I have a plan. I have a secret little method for this. I'm not gonna tell you guys until we get there, but I have a thing. I'm homeschooled, so I kind of don't have friends, so it's hard. I could understand that. Well, finding your communities, going out, trying stuff is all the best I could recommend. You didn't get ads? Probably because you... Actually, I don't know why. Maybe because you're here... No, that doesn't... Yeah, I don't know why, Kat. Maybe you just got lucky. The inner machinations of Twitch's servers are an enigma. I don't know. Cool. What even is a machination? Raise your hand if you get machinations. So yeah, let's get started. So We already did an attempt at a high degree. Let's do a medium to low degree, or just a medium degree, but high foreshortening. Me. I wish I had a machination. Last time I had a machination was the war. I don't care what you say. The things that reference the war, always funny to me. Sorry, I'm manhandling my microphone. I apologize. There were grackles in my front yard today, and I ran inside and got some seeds and started tossing it, and they were like, what the hell? And they just flew away. They were really offended that I was tossing seeds at them, and I felt kind of bad. Give me a word and I'll try to rhyme it with something. Grackle. No one was expecting that one. Slightly turn to the left, medium degree, high foreshortening. Or medium foreshortening on this, but like high foreshortening on the top plane. Oh no. Well, I think that's something you should ask them. Then if you don't know what it means. Alrighty. So yeah, slightly turn to the left, medium degree. It's a big. That's high, very high degree. There we go. Gotta make do with what you have, bucko. Bars. Couldn't have said it better myself. I have an annoying brother, but I tolerate him and we get along. I definitely do understand having the sentiment of wishing you had like a brother or a sister or whatever it may be. But like Bear said, yeah, just making what you have work. Going out, I drew to hyper realistic drawing my whole life, and I love to draw realistic. I'm currently working on a project right now. Heck yeah! What's your favorite thing to draw? Animals, people, robots. Those are like my 3 categories. People? Heck yeah. I want to get a lot better at drawing people. May have to foreshorten a lot. We'll hold off on this and we'll just work on the lighthouses, palms, and birds, and deserts. Ooh, lighthouse. I feel like drawing a lighthouse from like really far away would be cool. Especially in like a messier medium, like a brush pen or like ink on the brush or watercolor. Oh yeah, high foreshortening. We did say that. This is gonna be a very low degree though. Oops. My uncle says it runs in the family. Heck yeah. I come from a very nerdy family. We're all engineers or the sort. We like math. What's up, James? Welcome, welcome. Glad you appreciated Cat's rhymes. Tackle or grackle? Why would you do that? I can't believe you would tackle a grackle. Cackle. Oh, bars. Wait. That made me cackle. There we go. Man, my I hate saying it, my former roommates, but I love these guys. But yeah, like in truth, my former roommates, um, man, they were good at just like randomly rhyming and like rapping with stuff, and it was very funny. Tabernacle, one big house with like 60 people. Wow. I live in a bird's nest. Actually, I live in a birdhouse. But you know, like whenever they had like some lyrical thing going on and they could only just come up with words that rhymed, they would go like tackle and we'd like And he was like run it up, put a man in some shackles. Like it wouldn't even be good, or like no, theirs would be good. Mine wouldn't. Um, yeah, she did say, oh yeah, stuff like that, right? And 'cause I stutter like half the time too, so like yeah, we are playing Wordle still. Faculty. Fecal. Nah, we're not doing that. What is it? What is that one dude? He used to be really popular on Vine, and he was like doing the Eminem type beat. It was like Eminem, giving him an Eminem, all men's are friends, and then he just like starts dancing. I love that dude. He was so funny. He also did some bits with Churdleys. He also made the video "Get TF Out of My Way" type beat. Casey Frey, yes, yes. I've not heard of Casey Frey in ages. I hope nothing crazy has happened, but like I feel like every time I mention an older creator, it was like, "Oh, did you not hear?" I'm like, "What? Can we hear the rap, please?" I wish I had his dance moves. Like, actually, not joking. That man could dance. Yeah, the get TF out of my way type beat. I'm not saying it because we got kids in the chat, but there's even a what's the game called? I have some of their Disco Elysium animation of it, which I think is really funny. Oh, Abigail, well, I'm very sorry to hear. That's never easy. I hope your family are safe and getting through it all. Jeez. It's the stupid game of the low degree. I never know if it's actually square or not. My intuition is telling me push it a little bit lower, so I'll do that. How am I already smearing ink? I feel like I need gloves, but then I don't want to be the dude with gloves. Not that like wearing an art glove is bad at all. I see VTubers use gloves a lot. Is there a reason for that, or is it just like to help hide their identity? Or are there like hand freaks out there? Mukbang tech beat. I feel like if I'd use those plastic gloves, it would like stick to the page all the time, and I'd get very upset very quickly. Kavel mukbang. I don't think there's any food. I can't eat that much food. Immersion, privacy. Yeah, I could tell. All right, I could tell. I see what I could tell. For the 5th stream in a row, we've brought up VTubers. So, like, to end the streak, I won't bring up her name, even though I'm technically bringing her up, but not going to bring it. I feel like, I don't know why I felt like I needed to address it, but I'll be better. We need a stream without mentioning her shenanigans. So, we'll be good. We'll be good this time, I promise. It's like Germa. Shout out. It's a bit lower than I expected, but it'll work. Good role model. What did I just do? I think I've just broke my combo chat, so I don't consider myself a good role model. don't break things. Bad role model, Kavel. There we go. Bored, so I cut some wood with a sword. You can't rhyme sword with sword. It made me bold because my heart is made out of gold. I feel you just changed up the rhyme scheme. I like your art. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. It's gonna be tough to be a parent in the modern day because not only do you have to teach your kid to be like safe with strangers in the real world, but you have to now teach your kid not only to be safe with strangers on the internet, which is very important, but like all the misinformation and chaos on the internet now is just, it's tough, man. Like, you know what? My kid really loves Skibbity Toilet, cool. But like the moment you start showing me, sending me AI, okay, I'm acting like I'm gonna let my kid at like the age of 5 be on YouTube. But you know what I mean. Like if I have a I hope my kid's funny. If I ever have kids, I really, really hope they're funny. Did he read this? My AirPods died. Can you say it again? I read it like intermittently. Kat, are you thinking about starting up a rap career? If I have kids, I want them to be sane. That's a tall order, Jims. Let's tone it down a little bit. It's a side hobby. Heck yeah. Ghostwriter for epic rap pedals of history. We've just ousted their ghostwriter in chat. I gotta send kids as I'm afraid, yeah. You like Minecraft? Heck yeah, I like Minecraft too. Been playing it since I was a wee lad. Okay, I gotta admit something to you guys. It's kind of weird, but it's helped me. I am Steve. I'm not gonna even try to do the voice. So sometimes when I start drawing, I'm overwhelmed. You know, it's just like it's hard to focus, right? We've all had that. And sometimes it's like very oh my god, my apartment stuff is making me nervous, or oh my god, college stuff is making me nervous, or whatever it is, right? And I started being like, hey, I am just my pen and my paper. Like I just started saying that to myself as a mantra. And like it kind of helped me just like, it's not true, I'm not a pen or a paper, but like just telling myself that helped me like ground myself and be like, it doesn't matter what else is happening. Calming the heck down and just thinking about what's soon to be on my page, what's in my hand, and what's in front of me kind of really helped. So, shout out to that. I'm not sure if it's a healthy mindset yet or a mantra, but it was. I had this epiphany. I was in a server with people younger than me, and it made me feel so old. Yeah. No offense to anybody who is younger than like 20, maybe even 18, but I wish there was a game setting where I could just play with people exactly my age or like older. 1 hour at a time. I like that too. There's a book that I read in elementary school Where like I can't remember what it was, but it was about a immigrant family who was traveling from war, I believe. And in their recovery, their mantra was one day at a time. That's all you have to worry about. I love chickens. I want quail. One day I want to own quail. I do that when I'm anxious. I look around and observe to ground myself. Yeah, a technique that I've heard of. I can't remember the countdown, but it's something like name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things that you can smell or touch, 2 things that you could smell, 1 thing that you can taste. Now I hear they're like really nutrient dense. But yeah, that's like something to help ground yourself if you're ever having like an anxiety or panic attack. Just starting naming things that you can focus on naming things that you can see, smell, taste, all that. Look at all those chickens. Shout out. Vine references are my litmus test for if people are over the age of like 19. Certified classic. I hope that girl's doing well now. I hope she's getting a degree and like studying birds. That'd be so funny. What is it called? What is the study of birds? Aviology? I don't know. Stole me mum's car. Vroom vroom. Get out me car. Aw. I don't know why like I memorized the that get out me car one so much, but I think it's just because like I really loved the accent. As a kid, you're not exposed to too many Australian accents, except for if you're forced to watch H2O with your sisters, which always upset me. Um, but and like I know this is like a very even millennial sounding thing to say, so forgive me. But man, I feel like Vine humor was a little it was advanced at times. Not saying all of it was. A lot of it was just like the perfectly cut scream meta. But like, is that a weed? I'm calling the police. Bars. Loud music. Especially we've gone full circle. Casey Frey, advanced humor. We had some Bo Burnham bits in there, some Tyler the Creator. You can only do it with so much with 6 seconds, so people are going to be avant-garde with it. That's yeah, that's a perfect way of saying it. They had to get creative, and sometimes they didn't need to be, right? And when I mean, and this is no offense to King Bach or any of those creators, I'm not necessarily talking about them too much. Because I don't know, I feel like they're in a different space of Vine than like what I really loved. Does Kavel's mic sound low to you? Talking to chat. Oh yeah, this is a good question for audio stuff. Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Jungle. We watch on an Xbox. I can't say the word, but because the fan is broke. Shout out Xbox. Xbox 360 raised me. Actually, no, the Wii raised me. Actually, no, YouTube did, which is not a good thing. But do you think, like, when you're a kid, you learn morals, right? You learn not to steal, not like to excessively swear at people. Like, I'm not sure if that's moral, but like stuff like that. Is that now being taught in online spaces? Like, you stole from my my diamond chest. I had 14 obsidian and now I only have 12. Is that how like kids are learning stealing is bad? Has anyone watched the I Feel Fantastic? Oh yeah, I tried. I tried and immediately gave up, and I need recognition for that. But yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen all the YouTube classic creepy, yeah. No. I'm doing like the inhale thing too. Xbox 360 Sonic Unleashed. Shout out Sonic Unleashed. So, we talked about Sonic Unleashed before, and I got some slight flack because I said it was a bit buggy, or it was something around the lines like it was not controversial, I guess. But I also mentioned that I only watched Game Grumps play it, and I learned that Game Grumps got flack, a ton of it, because of their like very scathing review of Sonic Unleashed. Hey, don't you diss Wii. Wii was there for all my Mario, all my Lego games. Nice. I disliked the night version greatly because Sonic was so slippery. Please don't say that again. Joking. And also skill issue. I love small channels like yours because sometimes there's hidden gems like your channel. Oh, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you. Girl. I'm sorry. I should have been better. That is my fault. I apologize. I'm not sure if I ever will play a Sonic game. Is there any like Sonic fans in the chat? Is there any like new good Sonic fan or Sonic game coming out soon that I should be aware of? Werewolf pun intended for Sonic Unleashed. Also, everybody, I woke up this morning and looked at my phone and it said August 11th. Today's August 11th, if you guys didn't know. And I move out on near the 15th, 16th. And that sucks because I realized, oh my god, it's not only less than a week away, but it's like, same double digits. Is this a personal channel or a full-on channel? I don't know the difference, but I would consider like a full-on channel. This is just where I upload, like, I'm learning art, and you guys can join me. I don't know, but you should try Sonic P06. It's Sonic 2006, but overhauled. I think I've heard about this and how good it is. Like, visual overhaul, right? My computer will explode, and I'm not buying a $70 game. It's $70? But SpongeBob is in the game. What? A lot going on here. And bugs, too. They put bugs in my PC? Let them out. Oh, everybody. Short story time about last night. So, for those in Delano's Discord, I put a picture in chat of a possum. Because when I was putting food out for the birds in the morning, there was a possum out there. Here's the play-by-play. Oh, have a good night, James. Bye-bye. I was watching a video talking, it was basically, this video was a compilation of people on TikTok, Instagram, etc., who get really comfortable to dangerous animals. Not necessarily in like owning exotic animals, but people who are like, oh, look at that wild moose over there. Let's go up to it and take pictures. Or look at that wild brown bear. Let's go take pictures of it. Don't do these things. Stay away. Just don't. Or like blue-ringed octopus or stuff like this. He's a very funny YouTuber. I'll try to find the name. I was watching this video while feeding the birds, and so I stick out my hand out there while looking at my phone screen, and I look to my right, and there's just a possum there. Now, I have grown up encountering many an opossum. A possum, I guess. And, it's very tempting to think that they're cute in many instances, but they are dangerous. And I know, of course, to do that. PSA, don't walk over to wild animals. Like, I don't think that needs even to be said. Yeah. Everybody, if it's a wild animal, keep your distance, especially if it's something like a mammal that is usually a night mammal that's out during the day. There's a chance, if you are in America, or really most places in the world, that it has rabies. So please stay away. Birds are generally, unless they're like birds of prey, like if you see a grackle in the street, walk by it, pigeon, walk by it. I get so mad when people walk over to seals. Oh my god, seals are so adorable, but Jesus, oh my god. This dude reiterated in this video several times that you can get something called a seal bite or seal finger, which, if you're bitten by a seal, which could result in amputation. Buy it for me. So please be they are adorable, I get it. But if you want to see a seal and enjoy them, either do it from a distance or do it at a like a nature reserve for seals where you're allowed to visit and see them through glass or something like that, right? Monterey Bay Aquarium, everybody, who I've always, they have a YouTube channel where they play music. Go shout out, go support them. They always have fundraisers going for sea life. And I want to do a partnership with them to make a water bottle one day if we ever get big enough. But yeah, what else? I mean, like caribou, elk, moose, like these herbivores that people think, oh, they're herbivores, they're safe. They will buck you, bro. My bucket list, I will go there one day. Same here. I will visit every aquarium ever now. Alligators is weird because, like, I've seen so many videos of people just, like, waltzing around them as a day-to-day life, which, when you live next to a dangerous animal, it's kind of easy to be like, okay, I know how they work, but don't. They will trample you. Yeah, there's that video, which I love. It's like these two probably drunk dudes in the middle of the night with a moose on the side of the road, and the dude recording, who is like 50 feet back, is like, hey guys, don't do that, you're idiots. And then like they start cussing at him, and then one of them like goes up to the moose, and then the moose chases them, and like the dude falls. I will get the first water bottle signed. I don't think my signature is that important. If we do anything like that and you guys really want signatures, I could draw like little gravels on like 5 or 10 of them. It's so stupid. It's like they got, I'm not saying like they deserve to be hurt, right? That would be very rude. But I think it was a just learning lesson for people that need it, Yeah, they had it coming, yeah. There's also another video I saw of it looked like a howler monkey or something, or like a baboon. But it was this woman at like this hotel that had like, it was in the jungle, and she like, the baboon's blocking her way to the bar, so she stomps. Dude, oh my god, it just charges her. Like, the bar is not that important. Story time. I'm gonna pre-read this. One time I was 11 years old, I was on my mom's computer and pressed an ad on a game website, and the computer started glitching, and my mom came in and said it was a virus. Don't click on ads, guys, yeah. That's a good PSA. Yeah, I had that happen too. But I started getting pop-ups that were very funny, which I will not talk about on stream. As my mom was trying to fix it, and she was like, oh my god. Oh, so funny. I think I talked about this before in stream. Actually, I really love this one YouTuber. He's very popular. He talks about like viruses from like Minecraft hacks, Fortnite hacks, targeted towards kids. How they work, what to look out for, common types of viruses, and obfuscation techniques and stuff like that. So shout out to him, making that stuff public and like pretty easy to, making the information researchable, right? Because like as a person who doesn't know about computers or anything, it's really hard to get started, and it sucks because you'll be learning about the classical viruses slash like vulnerabilities like buffer overflow, which is cool. But how many buffer overflows happen commonly compared to like this obfuscation technique on a Bitcoin miner? And I'm not saying that buffer overflows don't happen. No, it isn't like it's still an OWASP top 10, right? So it happens. But I mean, it's more so like what to look out for. I guess more specifically, that's a technique for like privilege escalation or whatever, right? But beyond the technique, how is it going to affect you? That's more what I mean. Not saying that buffer overflows don't happen, because they do. Sonic Frontiers. Didn't that one absolutely bomb? Like, I heard that people said it was empty. I remember something with IGN happening there, but I don't recall. Frick, that wasn't the best. It was going good direction, but fell short until they added the free updates. Okay, gotcha. I felt optimistic about it regardless. Was it Gabe Newell who talked about games are not a good way of making profit. Like, it's not something that you should make if you want to make money. Which is crazy coming from one of the biggest industries, but it makes sense, right? Because when you do it as a way of monetizing, then you are prone to making safer decisions about your game. Which can be okay. But that stifles innovation and all that good stuff. Yeah, they do show a bit of bias towards the Sonic franchise. That's upsetting. That goes for a lot of creative outlets. True. Actually, no, it's only for gaming. Only gamers suffer. Animators, 3D artists, texture painters, traditional artists have never experienced this kind of pain. Looks like Toby Fox is thriving, though. I don't know. True. What a legend. It's crazy to think that Undertale, Deltarune are video games of all time. I don't know why it's weird for me to think, but it is. I'd like to state that I'm not trying to pick beef with the Undertale community, first of all, by saying that. I guess it's because I grew up with it, and I never played it, but I saw the absolute love that the communities have for it. So I've been thinking of playing them, but I don't have the time. True. I know there are Pokemon glazers. There's people who like obsess over any fandom and game and stuff. How do people play games without thinking it's a waste of time? I'm half and half, because like I play games a lot, but half the time, like once I'm 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, like I'm not having fun. I need to do something else. And then I keep playing. It's a bad habit. Well, it's probably a good habit, me recognizing that, but continuing to play the game. So I need to get better at that's the thing. I think a big part of it is too, I have a lot of friends who play games, and to not play games would be I'm not engaging with the thing that I share with them, which you can have friends that you don't share many things with. It's just harder, right? It's harder to maintain those kind of friendships, especially when I've had them for decades. Whenever I get frustrated over a game, that's a sign to get off. I don't know how. Oh yeah, no. Once I say out loud I'm not having fun, it's done. I'm done. It took me a lot of time to get to that point. Like I would continue playing games and getting progressively more and more mad. But it's honestly admiring, especially programmers, seeing the heights of these people's skill and stuff. It's insane. Do I want to admit that like people like Fortnite players have tons of skill? No, not really. Just but that doesn't that's an ego thing. Like, do I want to admit a 14-year-old has better like aim lab stats than me? No, but I have to if I want to be employed. Like I think Fortnite or and I actually got into arguments with friends because like once I get to college, I realized like I just am not having fun or I don't have the time for this, and they were like, "What do you mean?" I did something like that. In fact, I started my mom's car once. I don't think she knew about it, but I started her car and like moved it into neutral when I was like 8 or something. It started rolling back and I freaked out. Or no, I don't think it rolled back, but like the brakes, like I disengaged the parking brake or something. Um don't do that. He's in need for speed. That's why they call me the baby driver, man. I'm him. God, there's a song. So there's an artist named Apache, which I like. Like he makes good music, for working out and stuff. And I'm not gonna say all of it is like my favorite. I'm not trying to be mean. Like Apache makes music. It's good, right? But there's one song he collabed with someone, and it goes like, "I am him," and there's like a bass drop. And I'm like, dude, did you ever watch that movie? And I was like, truly, I'm him. No. I no, I only the only thing that came of that movie is one, it's a great movie, but two, my friends and I who'd play GTA 5, I'd be like, I'm Baby Driver, and then I'd crash into an 18 wheeler. Yeah, like the song actually has I think good instrumentals at the beginning, but then it hits with that I am him, and then I'm like, okay, I start laughing. Yeah, driving choreography, I like that. The music, the story itself, it's like a classic, you know, goes for the girl, you know, good kid, good heart, bad situation. That truly good people kind of prevail in the end. Kind of. GTA 5? I remember after I watched Baby Driver for the first time, I went to my parents and was like, I think I have tinnitus. And they're like, no, you don't. And it turns out I actually do have like light tinnitus, but that's from just being in the machine shop. Who's your favorite character out of the trio? Franklin. Which I know is like a lame pick because everyone like I feel like there's a bunch of Trevor stands out there or even Michael. But I just love Franklin's ability. Okay, Abigail, sorry, but I'm gonna delete that message as well. Or this isn't the kind of place to discuss stuff like that. Carl. Carl from GTA. Honestly, I haven't played the story in a minute. Trevor, I can understand Trevor. Just Franklin's cool. He has a great I actually won't spoil things, but I love his ability. He's funny. San Andreas. Yeah, I never played San Andreas. I've only played GTA 5. I've watched a ton of Joel play GTA 4 and a little bit of San Andreas. Franklin and Smith, I can understand that. But once again, his ability is the best, I think, of the trio. Or just I like it. I like GTA. Not saying it's like a driving game, but for I like driving in games, and that's a good one. Trevor, because he's from that one cutscene. Bear, you have no idea how little that narrows that down. No, I'm thinking of the one where he's on the like beach, like he goes to his friend's house, to like hide from the cops or whatever it is, and like, yeah, or the one with the. I played Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Have I played COD games? Not sure if I have. Maybe I have, because like a friend convinced me once, but dies cruelly because of him. Uh, I I played GTA years ago. I weirdly only remember the earlier stuff. I think the funniest GTA thing from Trevor's when he ripped out the foundations of that. Was it Trevor? I think it was Trevor. Ripped out the foundations of that one dude's mansion, or was that Michael? I feel, foot goes down. Ooh, yep, I know what you're talking about now. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I remember that one. He's crazy. That's for sure. Oh shoot, I'm thinking. Sorry, the one I was initially thinking of was actually the Trevor cutscene from the whatever heist it is, the final of the original 5 heists or whatever it is, Pacific Rim. Uh, that heist, the bank heist, and because no, it's not even that one. I think it's from the whichever heist series where you have to get him a bunch of drugs. That one. Because I spammed GTA heist when I was younger. Michael's son. That's understandable. Do you know I Show Speed or One Piece the anime? I do know both. I have not seen any I Showed Speed content for a while though. I don't know why I've been so obsessed with this backline, but I have. Yeah, we'll call it on that. I feel good about that. Why? Why about what? Yeah, he is annoying. But that's like his point. For Michael's son? Forgettable? I wouldn't say he's forgettable, but he's designed to be annoying. That's like his purpose. Michael's, family is supposed to be, or at least to my understanding, like a parody of the nuclear family, or like an extremely rich, mother, father, daughter, son. Daughter is like social media obsessed and all that, especially with that like one yacht mission. Son is obsessed with video games and other stuff. I can't remember. Mom's cheating on Michael with the yoga instructor, probably. You made some of your songs? Cool. Piano is super fun. Nice. I mean, it's Googleable, but I'm not Googling right now. I'm switching music. Oh shoot! Wait, yeah, the YouTube thing isn't up. Here, let me fix that, guys. I think I saw it break. Yep, it just happens from time to time. Do I know about GPT-5? Yes, I have just not used it a ton though. I'm still using the 4.0 models if I do anything with it, or like 4/4.0, 04, whatever it is. Run combo chat. Yep, restarting combo chat. Disappear. Oh, I was too early. Okay, chat should be reset. Fixed. I don't know why YouTube. I mean, I know why the error happens. It's an indexing error. I just haven't gotten around to fixing it because I'm lazy. I mean, it looks like Bears first. Hey, what's up, Delano? Quit gaslighting. That's glazing? What? No? I feel like we have to give Cat a dictionary or like Urban Dictionary on definition of glazing. And +2. Oof. I readjusted and I didn't ghost for it. No, Cat. No, it's not how it works. And I'm doing pretty good, Delano. Hope you're doing well. Trying to relax, but finding a little hard to do so. Gonna try drawing for myself today. Heck yeah. Well, I hope you get that time to relax, and I hope you have fun drawing for yourself. Ay, ay, ay. Spirits ink right there. Frick. This is going okay so far. I really don't want to jinx it. Oh no. Well, hey, it may be a bit traditional today. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Well, thank you for the bit, Cat. Is there a way to turn bit donations off? You're right. I can't turn it off. Ugh. I don't want people's money. I don't care if she's number one or whatever, but I just don't want people giving the stream money if they should avoid it. Same thing with subs. I feel like bits is more egregious because like Twitch subs, no one's necessarily losing money, right? Or Prime subs, whatever I said. Where's your number one? I'm seeing a number one thing, but I'm not sure about you. Maybe it's just the browser. Twitch for mobile does kind of suck. Very inconsistent. Twitch mobile was so buggy for me yesterday, it was annoying. Sorry to hear. I'll make my own app. And it'll be even buggier. Nice. Very nice. I was worried that I had a lot of caffeine today, that I'd be a bit shakier, and who knows? The ellipse could be all messed up. I don't want to jinx it, but I just realized today's the last day, the last Monday I'm at home, which means it's the last chest day I'm working out at home. And I get to see my my new apartment's gym and see if it's up to snuff. It has an outside section, which I love. Especially and like when it gets cooler. I do have winter asthma, so I can't like work out in the cold all the time. But when it gets cooler, it's not like stiflingly humid. I'm an enjoyer of sorts. I just got a flashback to when I was younger. My I didn't ever knew I had asthma when I was younger. I just knew that like every other night I'd have a nebulizer or like this little like tube with like little teddy bears on it that I'd have to like take to like do breathing things. Have you ever exercised in your apartment? I have. It's preferable since I do mostly. Yeah. So, cool thing about hybrid is you can literally do it anywhere. But gym is much more preferable, especially with the point I'm at now with calisthenics, which is I love my gym actually has this like cool, it's an octagon. And it looks like a play gym, but it's actually like each side of the octagon has a different like type of bar or something, for doing different types of exercises. Crazy. Revolutionary. But yeah, so I really, really, really like having a gym, especially outside sections where it's like artificial turf. I'm a big fan of artificial turf, but what am I doing? There we go. But yeah, so and the outside section is super small. The other reason why I like outside sections is no one at my at the old gym I used to go to, no one ever used it. Probably because it was muggy a lot of the time. So this was also when I was learning, like going to the gym for the first time outside of my apartment. And so it was a lot less intimidating. I had my own space. There's literally a section where no one could see you if they weren't outside. Um, so big on that. And then, I mean, I use weights whenever I do squats. I don't really use weights for any chest stuff. The big issue I have with bars is bars change depending on like the place, right? Like some could have these really big old rusty bars that's easy to maintain a grip, but since they're big, it's challenging and those build calluses, but really improves my grip strength. Yet my one at home is padded and smaller, so it's really easy to use. And I want to train grip strength, so I've actually been putting towels on top of them. So I'm hoping this gym has some challenging ones, but and some have brand new gym stuff equipment, so it's still greasy. So it's like really hard to maintain a grip and not in like the good way. Where it's like building grip strength, it just makes me slip and it's dangerous. You have no snacks? Cat, I feel like you need to plan ahead a little more. You're constantly running out of snacks. So my secret technique, I'm going to be bold here, is we're going to ghost a couple times, then I'm going to guesstimate where I should put the top of the and bottom of the minor and major axis, or like the intersection points between the major and minor, or the major axis, like the top and bottom of the ellipse, basically. And then we'll try to hit that. And I'm hoping it'll help guide me a little bit more. Because I have a tendency of overshooting, going too high or going too low. So on this one, I can kind of already see it being like right here and right here, but we're going to ghost. And something like this. Maybe it could be moved a bit more. But I also want to make sure... Ooh, look at that. I almost fell for it. I almost used the diagonal as the major axis again. But in reality, it's actually... So here's the problem, is now it's kind of fricked up. Something like that. Definitely, I have such a bad habit of not curving enough right there, so we made a very... So maybe that technique is bad. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me try it off real quick. Not a horrible ellipse, but definitely it ain't pretty. That's for sure. In fact, I don't like it at all. But let's see, did I... Yeah, I basically used the diagonal as the major axis again. Frick. Ugh. Cylinder sucks. It's so demoralizing every time. Let's try again, though. See, as the diagonal and the minor axis get closer together, our major axis is going to get closer to the diagonal. Frick. It was okay, though. Poor line work, but I think it turned out okay. Higher degree ones are weirdly... I initially sucked at them, but it's now getting a little bit better. Ugh, I'm going to be so happy to be done with cylinders. I'm probably going to have revisions, but... Nice. Let's do our... And I've been forgetting to do reviews, but we've been better about it, so we'll do a review once we're done with dehatching. Nice. Kat, I'm going to give you like an urban dictionary, and I want you to read out. I'm going to have a quiz for you on what +2 and -2 actually means. Everything was great except for this top ellipse, which we just need to stop getting tricked up by the diagonal. And to do so, we want to actually, we can fix this by giving ourselves cylinders where the minor axis is really close to one of the diagonals. Because this will force us to make that. So like this diagonal is maybe like a 20 degree, 30 degree difference. So if we have in that range to where it's not too easy and not too hard to differentiate between the diagonal and the minor axis, we can start making that intentional change. A quiz, yep. I'm going to put a quiz up, and if you don't score above a 70%, you're getting banned from chat. Cool. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Thank you, Delano, Cat, Bear, Jims, and our new friend over on YouTube. Make sure we Abigail. Yeah. So, I think there's everybody: Bear, Cat, Abigail, Delano, Jims. I think that's everybody. I really hope I'm not missing anybody. But yeah, so we're gonna be streaming tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think, and then no more streams for a little while. I'll be moving back to my apartment. I can. Here, watch me. But yeah, so once again, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.